All right, what's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints, and now I'm coaching you guys up. All right, so I got a clip. I got another NFL clip that I got sent from Instagram, so we're going to go over it. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me for my one-on-one mastery program, which is changing guys' lives, mind and body training program. Again, crazy information in there for getting your mindset ready, audios, videos, PDFs, route concepts, uh, running program, all of that stuff, man. Um, and then I got the catching series and the kick and punt return series in there for you. All right, so let's get right into it. Emmanuel Sanders, all right? Emmanuel Sanders, I talked about him before. He's very crafty. He's extremely quick. Had the opportunity to play against him. Well, actually in one-on-ones and when we were practicing when I was at Prime U at Deion Sanders, Dallas, Texas training camp, well, combine training, right? Right before I went to the NFL. And dude, he was still at SMU, but man, that dude is super quick. He's really skinny. Like he's really small and he's really quick and crafty. So anybody trying to guard the dude, it's tough. Just give you a heads up. All right, so we're down in the red zone. The goal line, we talk about when we're guarding guys man to man in red zone. All right. So when you're down there, especially when you're close to the goal line, it's a couple things. Look, you can stare down a receiver. So you don't have to read the 3-step necessarily on this. Now, if you want to, you can, but really you don't have to. You can just literally stare at this guy, you're man to man, all right? Of course, you want to look at his hips. You never really want to look up here because I remember Jacoby Jones and some other guys like Lance Moore, man, they for the New Orleans Saints when they won the Super Bowl. Man, this head can juke you, man, and that's when you get on your heels. So you never want to look at a guy's eyes or head. Now, receivers, if I were you, I would talk trash to the cornerback and say, "Hey, look at," you know what I mean? Like get him to look at your, get him to look at your head, and you can get him on his heels. All right, so that's a little tip, little secret for you receivers. All right. So make sure we can have our eyes glued to him already. Now, you definitely don't want to backpedal. Like he backs up a little bit, and I guess it's just natural. When you see somebody sprinting towards you, usually you back up a little bit. But if anything, you're gonna need something to do with your feet. I always because it's basically gonna do a settle feet technique or a blitz feet, depends on what you call it, your terminology. So blitz feet is basically gonna not backpedal or back up. You're gonna buzz your feet. Okay, so you're gonna buzz your feet because here's the thing: you must protect from the slant on this because it's a very high percentage throw, and it'll be a touchdown if he completes it, right? So inside breaking route, that's definitely a no-go, right? And I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna show you. I just want to let you see first before we even see what route it is. So we blitz feet. We're not backpedaling. We're settle feet. We buzz our feet. The reason why we want to buzz our feet is so we can have something to do with our feet, and it's a lot easier to break when your feet are moving, like to move when your feet are moving. Get your feet hot. All right. Now on this, it looks like he's head up. He may even be outside shade. That's what it looks like to me. That's dangerous. That is dangerous right here because you're gonna see why. All right, because he knows that we can't give up a slant. That's the one thing we can't give up. You know, we gotta make them run a harder route for them to earn a touchdown. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna have to fade me up. You're gonna have to make a one-handed Odell Beckham type catch. All right. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I mean. Let's watch. All right. So basically, Emmanuel Sanders runs the in and out. Okay. So looks like he's running a slant, and then we come back out. Now here's the thing. He knows we're not supposed to. His cornerback knows that we can't give up a slant. But the thing is, he's already out of position because he's not inside shade. On this, you can play a little bit harder inside shade. All right. So that's number one. So he overcompensates. I'm gonna show you. Right here, he's like, oh ish. Right? That's the oh ish moment. Wait a minute, he got me. He's like, oh crap. Right? Because he knows we're not supposed to give this up inside. So you got to make sure you line up basically kind of heavy inside. I know when we talk about press, I usually say, hey, don't line up heavy inside because then you're gonna naturally open up the gate. You align him. I worked the combine. I worked the blue and gray one of the blue and gray combines here in Richmond, Virginia yesterday. And we're doing one-on-ones, and I noticed a couple guys lining way too far inside on their press man. I'm like, yo, you have no chance. You know, if he does try to run a slant on you, that's the only route you're gonna guard. But high school receivers, man, they want to outside release him and take you deep. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I think I saw about 10, about 50 post routes and like 50 go routes in the one-on-ones with high school guys, right? At camp. So, yeah. So that's the only route you're going to be able to guard. But right here, it's a little bit different. You can play a little bit heavier inside because he's going to run out of real estate. You know what I'm saying? Because look, what is he going to do? Let's say he beats you deep. The end zone is right there. He can't run out of the back of the end zone. So you can play harder inside, and then you can not necessarily be concerned about getting beat deep, right? So you can play a little bit more style, a lot more style. All right. So let's see what we did. So number one, line up heavy inside down here, dude. And buzz your feet. All right. And then I'm going to show you something. Okay. So let's say he does his moves. You're not going for it. You're buzzing your feet. You're heavy inside. And then he goes for the slant. Kevin Mathis at Prime U. When I went there, man, you talking about wisdom. He talks about a cornerback's best ally or best ability or the best asset is his ability to recover. So that is the main reason why we shuffle, all right, and we stay square. Because, let me show you. If we're heavy inside already, and we're heavy inside already, and he goes inside, right? If we are already heavy and we start to shuffle our feet, okay? We start to shuffle instead of immediately crossover, we'll have a better chance of recovering when he does this double move. Okay? So again, heavy inside, down here in the red zone, we're playing subtle feet or blitz feet technique. We cannot backpedal. So that's another thing. What we were doing, he didn't backpedal, but it was like a soft shoot from off man perspective. I say that he didn't really backpedal, but really you can't back up because then you're gonna be on the goal line, right? So instead of backing up, we could have shuffled like 1, 2, and then open up if he would have took this to, be more believable. Now, on the final part of it. All right, so heavy inside. Make sure we shuffle. Make sure our eyes are right. Well, I haven't even got to that part. And then, again, we always talk about eyes. When he makes that cut, what do you guys think he was looking at? You already know what he was looking at. His eyes immediately went into the quarterback and went to the backfield. On this, we're going to stay on the receiver. Our eyes are going to be glued to the receiver, man. They have to, especially on a crafty guy like Emmanuel Sanders. So watch it again. Watch his eyes when Emmanuel Sanders makes his cut for the slant. Watch. You see? That split second. That's the biggest thing that I noticed for high school guys. High school guys' eyes are terrible. You have no clue of what to look at or when to look at it. Once you get eye discipline and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm teaching you this stuff in my programs. Once you know what you're supposed to look at, number one, and then you actually do it, man, your coverage is going to get better by leaps and bounds. Now, we still mess it up in the NFL too, guys. I mean, it's, like I said, it's called a discipline for a reason. All right. So heavier inside, buzz our feet, don't back up, get at least one shuffle in, then make sure our eyes are glued to the receiver because it was like he's playing catch up. You know what I mean? Since we got beat inside, it's like, oh, crap. And then you compensate by having to open up and run immediately, we take our eyes off the receiver, look in the backfield for that split second, and then Sanders is like, okay? So there's a lot that goes into little, as you notice, there's a lot that can go into this small little clip, this small one play that we can improve on, all right? So make sure that you're working every single day on the certain things like eye discipline. Make sure you're working on the techniques that I teach you. I got like 9 techniques, all right? 9 techniques that I've learned from Hall of Fame guys, from NFL coaches, from a couple college coaches, and then I basically combine them through my own experience. Again, so this is the only program in the world that has all of these techniques and how to practice them. And it has names for them so you can know, so you can improve. But it's up to you to apply the information. All right. Hit me up at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me for that program. And let's get started, man. Let's get going. It is April 9th, 2018. It's up to you whether you're going to be successful in life. You got to take full responsibility of it. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your teachers. You can't blame your community. You can't blame anything else. You must take full responsibility. And once you do that, you have the power. You have the power now. You can't, you ever heard somebody say, hey, look, man, it wasn't God's plan for me. Nah, bruh. Don't blame that. It's because you ain't worked hard enough. You ain't worked smart enough. You didn't take time to invest in yourself. You didn't take time. You understand what I'm saying? Did you have a 4.0? Did you score a high score in the SATs? Did you read the book every day? Did you do 200 push-ups every day? Did you work on your speed? Did you make sure that you eating correctly? Did you feed your mind while you were asleep through subliminal messages and affirmations? Did you tell yourself every day that you're the best ever and then go every single day and work at it? Nah, don't blame that on God. That's your fault, all right? You understand? Make it happen for yourself, man. Make it happen for yourself. Let's get it.